guys, it is Lucy from Thrive Property here. So we got some really good feedback from the last video that we put together, all about utilising your VA for your social media calendars. So we thought we'd do another one on general VA tasks that we get our VA to do, and how we utilise Trello to be able to communicate those across to our VA. Hopefully it is of some help to you guys, and anyone that is looking to employ a VA and thinking about what kind of general tasks you can give them, and also anyone that's looking to maybe use a management tool like Trello or Asana, and just how you can kind of incorporate that on a day-to-day basis. So hopefully it is of some value. Any questions, again, I'll drop our contact details at the end. Please just give us a shout, and remember, whatever you do, enjoy the ride.
Okay, so just following on from the last video I did, where I shared our social media planning board on Trello. I've had a couple of people ask if I wouldn't mind sharing the other kind of boards that I briefly touched on in the last video, so I'm going to do that now. What I am going to do is try and make it a wee bit shorter than I did before, just to keep the length down of the vid. So please feel free to pause your videos at any point in time. I'll leave it hanging over any pertinent points that might be worth you just kind of pausing it and having a little look, but I might just scan over it a little bit quicker than I normally would, and just try and be a bit quicker because I do like to talk. Okay, so first one I wanted to go through is VA tasks. So this is our planning board for our VA Danica. So this is again something that she's in on. Me, Steph and Danica are in on this board. Again, you can choose who has sight of your board and who doesn't. So just really going to quickly just go through. So daily tasks. So I've already talked quite a bit about what our VA does from the social media point of view in the previous video. If you haven't seen it, please go and check it out. But yeah, essentially, so motivational post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. By 8 AM she goes on and posts across all of our different platforms, adds the branding in, and then does the first hour of track engagement, comments where appropriate, and signpost any questions that need a bit more of a detailed answer to me. So that's on there. Also, what we get our VA to do is to manage our spare room. So thankfully now we've only got, well, hopefully we've got all of our rooms currently rented out. Got a viewing tomorrow that we're hoping is going to be the last viewing that we're going to do, and that's going to be a virtual viewing of the room, because we are in lockdown period at the minute. But anyway, I digress. Told you I like to speak. So yeah, so every single morning when she comes on, she renews our spare room ad. She also, let me just click into that. So again, we've marketed this, so we've labelled this marketing and property, and again you can colour code any labels you want just to try and make it a bit more of a visual tool as well. I know there's a lot of visual learners out there, visual people. I'm definitely one of those. So again, you can colour code what you want to colour code, and again, it just being very descriptive with what we want our VA to do. We put a description in here. So this is just a generic message that we get Danica to send out to all prospective tenants on spare room. So there's the link to our Go Tenant website, which has our properties that we are trying to rent at that particular time, and again it will just keep it very generic and get her to email out to all people looking for accommodation in our particular postcode, which is Plymouth. Okay, moving down, and I will talk about a little bit more about that in tenant onboarding, which I'm probably going to do a separate video for, just to keep this down on time as much as possible. So that's our tenant onboarding. That's very much the first process of that. So LinkedIn then, also Danica, she's an absolute star. She goes into LinkedIn every day. She goes and makes connections. So see there, 20 connections on LinkedIn in both our personal profiles. So that's both personal profiles for me and Steph. Again, colour coded social media daily task. And again, if you wanted to add in any more specific detail, you could do there. You can add in the members that you want to have in that particular task. You can also set due dates. So normally every week I'll go and redo the due dates, and so it will flag up with a little notification for Danica to complete it. But to be honest, she's all over that now, so she knows that anyway, what daily task she has to do. Social media, then back on the social media footprint, I don't know if that's a word, sorry. So just going back into that, so again, just being very descriptive of what we want. So 10 new accounts for both me and Ride Property and now Ride Lifestyles also, to encourage followers on engagement. So she does all that good stuff. And again, we give her an avatar, so it's entrepreneurs, business owners, property investors in the UK, comment and engage on their profiles and posts. So again, she will follow new people on Instagram, and she will engage on other people's platforms. And she also does that on Facebook pages, on business pages, and she also does it on Facebook groups as well, in terms of like looking for people that want to rent rooms. So not only does she do spare room, she also goes onto local property groups, which we told her to do, and look out for anybody that is looking for accommodation. So she will then engage with them directly. And again, here it's quite a nice one. Well, where's the questions for this? Annoyingly, they're not on there. But by every single day by 11 a.m. she completes a report, and I could probably get that up for you guys to see in a second, of what she's done on that particular day. So, i.e., what have you done today? Question 1, any problems that you've run into? Question 2, how can we make your life easier? Question 3, is there anything better that we could do? Question 4. So we keep it really, really basic. So moving on then, weekly tasks. Again, we very much aim to have a weekly Skype catch up with our VA, and again, that's just to really ensure that engagement between us all is still there. Any problems, any feedback from Danica normally happens within that Skype catch-up call. And again, if we want to review tasks for her, we can do it during that call. And just a bit more strategy, and kind of she knows where we're thinking and where we want to go to. So that's a weekly thing. And we also get her to develop ops manuals for all tasks that she completes, all ongoing projects. So again, as I would like to think, we will scale our business, so we will employ more VAs. Once we do, we would hope that Danica will do potentially bigger tasks, more kind of income generating tasks for us, but then the ops manuals will very much be there for any new VAs that we employ. Okay, going down, so start importing Topical Tuesday blogs to our blogger site. So again, that's something that she does now. I mentioned it in the last video with regards to social media. She also sifts through my Facebook friend requests, and again, I've put there 10 a week. She probably does a little bit more than that. As everyone will know, when we start our kind of more, the networking piece across the social media platforms, we get a lot of friend requests, so I get her to sift out any ones that are not appropriate. And again, you can see here, I've given her a generic narrative that I want her to basically send to everybody that I don't believe is a legitimate friend request that's in the property or the entrepreneur world, business world, and we haven't got any connections, etc., etc. So she will send this. So again, just pause it if you want a bit of inspiration on this. I think I've just taken this from somebody else's that I saw and I thought was really good, and again, I just kind of bastardise that to make it relevant to us. So again, I'm just directing them to my personal page and our website as well. So coming off that, and then Ride Lifestyles, again, more of a social media side of the tasks that she does to start inputting our new business, Ride Lifestyles, posts on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, and then again, so we can see here, these are our lists. As you can see, list. Within that list, you have lots of different cards, so you can move your cards about. So again, if there was a task that was an ad hoc task, for instance, and it wasn't just a generic daily task or weekly task, we could just pick it up and we could put it over here in completed tasks. I'll put it back over there. So again, it's really kind of quite easy to maneuver, easy to move things around, and I just think this is a really intuitive site. It's really easy to use, really user friendly. I'm definitely not techie. Okay, so completed tasks, yeah, just bits and pieces she'd already done. This is worth noting. So business summary, read this to understand our business and marketing aims. So this was fairly early on that we brought this in, and again this was just a little bit of an overview. Again, I'm not going to go through it all here, but if you want to take if you want to pause it and have a look afterwards, please do. Our avatar, our unique selling points, our values, business aims, etc. So it's just getting her to understand, or getting your VA to understand what makes you tick in terms of your business model, where you are right now and where you want to get to. Future tasks, so again, just bits and pieces that you can put into there. So at the minute she's very much just focusing on social media and getting prospective tenants to move into our rooms / properties. That is where we employ her mostly at the minute, but as I mentioned, we will be taking her on for more hours. So at the minute, what we don't want to do is overload with lots and lots of different areas of our business. We want her to get really, really comfortable, really, really good in the things that we have so far set out, and then we will start to introduce more tasks as we go on. So things like more property related stuff, searching areas for us, doing the research, etc., etc. So that is that particular board. And guys, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to end it there, because actually I think I've been going on for a fair while already. So what I want to do is end it, and I will do another little kind of mini series then, or another mini post on the other board. So just for a bit of context to that, we've done social media. We've done now VA tasks. I'm going to do to-do list, what we do in terms of how we utilise Trello for that, and then also I'll talk to you guys about the tenant onboarding system that we've now created, just to try and get systemised. So hopefully that has been of some help to you guys. Any questions, please just give me a shout, and remember, whatever you do, enjoy the ride.